Thank you, David. You can see how much our community is involved in this building, and we mustn't forget the municipality as well. This project here is really about a 50-50 project, 50% of the municipality, 50% from our local area. So it's a great partnership that we have here, and we're all so proud of that. One of the other partnerships that developed along the way was a community room. And there was a lot of talk about having to have a community room. And the library also needs a program room. So the thought was to combine that. So, and you all must take a tour if you haven't had a tour yet. But on this side there is a community room. And that community room is usually in the daytime would be used by the library for programming. And in the evenings it's made available to the community for meetings or small events or whatever the community wishes. And that room has become so popular that it's almost booked solid with people meeting there, the village commission, Chair Mike Gregory, they're meeting there, the river restoration people are planning to meet there, and so on. So groups have really sort of fed on this and have booked it out almost solid. So if you want anyone from the community want to use this room, I think you have to see the library. But that room was actually made possible with furnishings in it from the Patterson family. Now we mentioned the Pattersons once before, that we Judge Patterson and his being an author and from this area and the display here. But the Patterson family has gotten together and they raised money within their family, and they have graciously donated all the furnishings in the community room because they realize that community room is so important to us. I believe we have two members of the Patterson family with us today, a granddaughter.
Yep, right there.
And Ronnie, I believe you're hiding. I wasn't supposed to mention your name, buddy, but I know
Of course, you can't see any connection here, can you?
So we really do thank you for that. And in response to that, I think I'll be the last person to call this community room. From now on, it will be the Patterson room.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Judge Patterson was a great man, and I remember in my youth going in and visiting him in his office and sitting down with him and talking about history and my grandparents. And I actually, when I had a store, he used to give me his books, and I used to sell his books for him here on Main Street at my father's bakery. So that's my Judge Patterson. So. Other people that have sort of been that all-encompassing friends of the library have graciously donated things. Gary Blackwood, author here, books he's donated. And one of our first pieces of art, if you look over here, it's a wonderful painting of children on the Bunny Hill in Wentworth. And Chris Sontag has had a cottage here for a number of years, and she's now moving here, becoming a permanent resident. And she wanted this painting to be hung in the children's section of the library. And that was facilitated a number of months ago. So Chris wasn't able to make it today, but your painting is right here, and it just fits in so perfectly. Another friend of the library and a member of the community group, I'm going to call David Swan. Do you have a few words for us?
Go way out here. Jimmy wanted me to talk about the building, and I said, how long do I have? And it was 2 minutes. So, I guess first of all, I'd like to say that the community, like individuals, has dreams, aspirations, good intentions. It's so hard to fulfill those things sometimes. We heard about the struggle of getting the building built and so on. But I'm proud to be part of Tatamagouche because so often our dreams, our good intentions are realized. We have to stop and recognize that. This building is quite an accomplishment. As an engineer, being part of the committee for it, what was important was that it didn't use a lot of energy, heating or cooling. That we use a heating system that's state-of-the-art, a heat pump system that's driving energy from the ground, using electricity to do that, that's made by a wind turbine. This building's circuit is directly, not directly connected, but is connected to Spittle Hill. It's on the same circuit. We were very fortunate for that. So those things are important to me. They speak to a future, a positive future. We're not looking at a gray, dismal, pessimistic future when you look at this building. This building is intended to last 50 years. There'll be students come and go from that high school like I did that will look down here and recognize this is what the community believes is important. To me, having an electric vehicle charging station out there, that speaks strongly to the future, positively to the future, the direction that we can go and intend our community to go. So, as being part of the community for the building, I feel privileged. I feel wonderful that the building is built, that it has so many positive attributes, and I think it stands our community well, and we can go forward. Because that's really what this is about, is where the future is. We can be happy for today, but ultimately it's what we do and think that will create the future, and for our children and my grandchildren. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And here I thought you were going to talk about my electric bike up there.
Well, I'll let you do that.
It seems that the focus point is always on like the volunteers and maybe the politicians and people like that are always recognized at these openings. And sometimes the staff get left in the dark, and really our municipal staff have been phenomenal when it comes to this building. And I'm so proud of the work that they've done from day one on this. And I would like to ask Crawford McPherson to come forth, please.
I was in the back row for a reason.
Come on in here, brother. The reason I'm asking him to come forth is because I want everybody to see him. Crawford has worked so hard on this project, it is phenomenal. I mean, I watch him as a staff and I keep thinking, you know, he's got 1,000,001 other projects to do. But the time and effort and the focus he put on this has been phenomenal. And I really just want to thank you, Crawford, from the community. Thank you very much. I know this library wouldn't have been here without you as a staff member. Thank you. He says he has nothing to say. Just in a few minutes, we are going to have food and more music. So I guess we are to the part where I'm going to ask Your Worship, Mayor Taylor, to come forward. And I guess the two of us are going to unveil a plaque. And before we unveil that, we talked about bumps in the road and things like that. This is one of those bumps in the road. The building was scheduled to be open, we thought around Christmas and then around New Year's and February, you know, so we thought, well, February is going to be a good time to get this open, and furniture wasn't arriving, and then, well, let's take it safe, and we'll put on the plaque, open, March 2012. Didn't make it. So it's going to be part of our history that we're opening on April the 11th, 2012. The plaque will always say March 2012.
Always ahead of your time.
Declare the official opening of the Tatamagouche Library.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
I'd just want to add, we talked about everything that's going on in Tatamagouche. I've said a good many functions here that, you know, it's not hard for our council to support things in Tatamagouche because it's such a vibrant community and such a community spirit here, and it's always great to be part of it. And I don't know what's going to stop me. Kid Jimmy all the time and say, "Okay, Jimmy, what do you want now?" Something else for Tatamagouche, but it's all in fun, and we really, as you know, by the turnout of our council here today, and so how much we support this community, and so great to be here today and be part of this. Thank you very much.
Would you like to read the plaque for me? The plaque says Tatamagouche Public Library, opened by Mayor Bob Taylor and Councillor Jimmy Friend, March 2012. This project made possible through the enduring spirit and generosity of the community, in partnership with the municipality of the County of Colchester. Thank you very much. Food's already now, I assume.